早晨各位，而家夠鐘同埋夠法定人數，咁我哋而家正式開會。咁歡迎各位出席我哋今日嘅會議。第一項議程係上次會議後發出嘅資料文件。請各位委員留意，自2023年5月2號舉行會議之後，事務委員會共發出一份資料文件，詳情已列於議程嘅第一項內。議程2，下次開會嘅日子同埋討論事項。下次嘅例會定於2023年6月26日舉行，會議將會討論政府當局建議嘅下列事項。A 係香港物流業嘅發展，同埋 B 係競爭事務委員會嘅工作報告。3，請詢問委員對於討論上述事項有冇意見？如果冇嘅，就請委員通過。OK， 唔該。請委員注意，7月份嘅例會原定係響2023年7月24日舉行嘅。我想徵求大家嘅意見，同唔同意將我哋嘅例會改到係2023年7月10號嘅2點半舉行？可以。咁
我冇意見，我冇意見。
有冇 ？OK， 提前咗喎。考慮完啦係嘛？
係啊。
OK， 冇意見。好，咁唔該晒各位委員。咁我哋7月份嘅例會係將會改為2023年7月10號下晝2點半。議程3係香港迪士尼樂園度假區最新進展報告。咁文件係立法會 CB4/442/2023-3同埋 CB442/2023-4嘅。咁我哋而家請政府官員同埋香港迪士尼樂園管理有限公司嘅代表入我哋嘅會議室。請有意發言嘅委員按下座位上嘅要求發言按鈕。咁我想提醒委員啦，按議事規則第83A 條規定，各位委員就今日會議討論事項，如果任何直接或間接嘅金錢利益，應該喺發言前披露有關利益嘅性質。咁我哋而家歡迎政府嘅代表同埋迪士尼嘅代表出席我哋今日嘅會議。我哋今日有，OK， 我哋今日有我哋嘅楊局長啦，我哋有我哋嘅沈鳳君嘅旅遊事務專員，同埋我哋鍾韻妮女士，我哋嘅副專員嘅。咁迪士尼有我哋嘅 Michael， 個行政總裁。跟住有 Anita 係傳訊及公共事務副總裁，同埋黎子軒係啦，係我哋旅遊事務助理專員。咁我哋而家開始。咁我哋表上已經有12位同事已經sign up 咗。咁我哋而家抓緊時間啦，咁就請唔使我講聲啦，請我哋政府嗰邊開始。
好啊，多謝主席。
有10分鐘，係。
好啊。今日嘅議程呢，其實係匯報香港迪士尼呢喺2022年嘅財政年度，即係話由2021年嘅10月初去到2022年嘅10月初嘅營運情況。3年嘅疫情呢，對香港迪士尼嘅營運呢，其實係帶嚟咗好大嘅挑戰。入境旅遊呢全面停頓，而樂園呢亦都需要強制關閉呢，合共13個月。但係香港迪士尼呢靈活應對，令到樂園成為香港市民喺疫情期間一個休閒與親友共度節日假日嘅一個目的地。樂園呢係喺單靠本地市場之下呢，係捱過咗幾年艱難嘅時光。即使喺2022年財政年度全年呢，係只係開放咗190日，香港迪士尼呢喺年內嘅總入場人次呢，仍然係按年上升咗22%，去到340萬，再創全年本地入場人次嘅新高。總收入呢係按年上升31%，淨虧損呢就係按年改善咗12%。另外呢，縱使要開源節流，香港迪士尼呢係完全係冇減低到佢嘅企業社會責任嘅，包括咗第一係致力保障就業，年內平均僱用約6100名呢全職同埋兼職嘅員工。 第二係繼續培育本地嘅人才，喺唔同嘅院校咧係招聘演藝、娛樂、工程、設計人才，為青年人咧係提供機會。以及第三，繼續致力服務本地嘅社群，包括派發近6萬張嘅門票俾弱勢社群，投入超過3000小時嘅義工服務等等。我哋咧亦都好開心咧，知道咧香港迪士尼咧係致力推動文化、娛樂、體育同埋旅遊融合嘅工作，例如舉辦咗6場迪士尼音樂 Live 嘅音樂會咧，同香港芭蕾舞團推出嘅 Stella Lu 夢想起舞吧嘅表演啦，以及復辦咗香港迪士尼樂園10K Weekend 2023嘅跑步活動。踏入2023嘅財政年度咧，入境嘅旅遊會逐步復甦，加上香港迪士尼咧今年一連串嘅項目，包括咗喺7月重開迪士尼荷里活酒店，11月推出嘅全球首個魔雪奇緣世界主題樂園主題園區，以及迪士尼咧100週年嘅慶典活動等等。政府對香港迪士尼未來嘅業務同埋長期嘅潛力咧係感到樂觀。我而家請樂園嘅行政總裁莫偉霆先生 Michael 同大家介紹樂園喺2022年嘅財政年度嘅營運情況，然後咧我哋會回答委員嘅提問。Michael, over to you, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Over the past 3 years, we've weathered challenges and enjoyed successes, but I'd like to start by talking about the challenges first. Since 2020, our resort went through multiple mandatory closures, which lasted for more than a year in total. We were subject to a long list of anti-pandemic measures, including travel restrictions and flight bans, requirements relating to face masks, COVID testing, capacity limits, and more. But despite all these challenges, we did not stop investing and continued to launch new products and offerings for our local guests. At the same time, we were very focused on the well-being of our 6,000 cast members, their family, and supporting the wider community. We facilitated cast testing and provided on-site vaccinations. Most importantly, we have not laid off any cast members in the past 3 years. And we provided support to underserved groups in our community, which I will share with you more later. Honoring what I said last year, we have not asked for additional funding from LegCo. The Walt Disney Company upsized our revolver to $2.7 billion to support our liquidity should we have needed it. However, inbound tourism, both for mainland and international arrivals, was brought to a stop, and we had to focus on a locals-only market strategy. As a business designed and built to support tourism, we had to make significant changes I believe will make us stronger as we begin our recovery. To better manage our costs in such a tough business environment, we were compelled to adjust our park and hotel operations for another year, with the theme park only open for about half the fiscal year, 25 days less than the previous year. And on the hotel front, only the Disneyland Hotel was open throughout fiscal 22. However, against all these odds, we've found our way forward. For a third year in a row, we posted record high local attendance, driving total attendance up by 22%. Among locals, we've seen another historic high for attendance from young adults, youth programs, and guests age 60 and above. We have also deepened our connection with our fan base across all demographics, as seen by our Magic Access membership, reaching historic highs, also growing 22%. Our financial results have shown steady improvement across all fronts year over year as we continue to manage our costs prudently while driving revenue. Revenue grew 31% to $2.2 billion. EBITDA improved 11% to negative $861 million, and net loss improved by 12% from the previous year to $2.1 billion. Our value to Hong Kong goes beyond this, however. In the past 17 years of operations, the resort has brought in approximately $116 billion of value to the Hong Kong economy and created over 277,000 jobs. We are benefiting the economy, creating jobs, and serve as a key pillar of Hong Kong tourism. With respect to jobs, we're happy to see the resort was once again recognized as one of the most attractive employers in Hong Kong, and we continue to be one of Hong Kong's largest employers in the tourism and family entertainment industry. with multiple scholarship opportunities for those who aspire to join the industry. With the resumption of inbound tourism and resorts expansion, we also held the Disney Open House for Dream Makers in February this year, a career development and job recruitment expo. We also focus on providing opportunities for the city's youth to thrive with the annual Disney Imaginations Hong Kong Design Competition that nurtures future talent and storytellers. Additionally, we launched the Dare to Dream program to inspire young people to dream big. We believe we have a big role to play in our community, especially in times when Hong Kong needs it the most. We put in place initiatives to empower and uplift the people of Hong Kong, including donating food and essentials to underserved families, creating free online storytelling videos bringing joy to kids at home, and donating around 60,000 complimentary tickets. The resort offers inclusive products and offerings, including theatrical interpretation in its theater shows, the barrier-free ambassador training program, and the Disney Side-by-Side Journey, which is designed to provide a friendly job environment and opportunities for people with disabilities. We also serve young patients in unique ways with Disney Magic. Partnering with Make-A-Wish Hong Kong and other NGOs, we are humbled that we were asked to help support these children and families as they face some of life's toughest challenges. The pandemic was a reminder that our community work needs to be agile, especially for the elderly. Not only did we support them with complimentary park visits, our Disney volunteers continue to care for the elderly over the phone while we were under strict social distancing. We're doing our part to promote synergy among culture, entertainment, sports, and tourism as well. We hosted Hong Kong's biggest homecoming celebration for local athletes with around 1,000 medalists and their teams joining. The return of our 10K weekend in March of this year also saw record high attendance with close to 18,000 contestants. To nurture the next generation of athletes, our Sports Legacy Scheme program is providing training to underserved youth students. We've developed an expansive cadence of cultural tourism offerings. The first ever in-park live orchestra performance, curated with the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra in 2021, was a huge success. We continued with the momentum by holding 6 Disney Live in concerts in 2022 and debuted Stella Lu's Wonderful Wishes Ballet with the Hong Kong Ballet in 2023, all with rave reviews. Looking ahead, the much-awaited World of Frozen, the world's first and biggest themed land based on the Frozen movie, will officially open at Hong Kong Disneyland in November. World of Frozen represents Hong Kong Disneyland's largest expansion so far. Frozen has a strong fan base and is the #1 Disney franchise in Asia. Mr. Chairman, I would like to extend an invitation to all the panel members to join us for a visit to the Kingdom of Arendelle later this season. Beginning on July 14th, hotel guests can check out the new look of the hotel lobby and 2 restaurants at Disney's Hollywood Hotel, which has been closed for scheduled renovation during the pandemic. In the past few years, we've laid a strong foundation upon which we began to embark on a significant transformation, leveraging Disney's unparalleled storytelling, creativity, and innovation. Now, with renewed energy and excitement, we are grateful to have the boundless support of our cast members, Hong Kongers, guests, and stakeholders as we step into this next phase of our recovery, development, and growth. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you for the invitation. And I'll work with the Secretariat Office to liaise on the dates for our possible visits to Disney then. OK， 咁而家我讀一讀我哋所有嘅委員嘅問題嘅次序啦，係周文港議員、林健鋒議員、林少路議員、陸頌雄議員、田北辰議員、蘇長榮議員、黃俊碩議員、陳紹雄議員、姚柏良議員、林新強議員、李慧雲議員、嚴剛議員、邱達根議員、容海恩議員，14個人。咁我哋每人3分鐘，連問連答。Please keep the answers short because we and precise, please. Yeah, okay. 好。周文港議員唔該。
係，多謝主席。見到而家迪士尼樂園呢，都係維持喺每週5日嘅有限度服務。咁唔知係因為人手問題啊，定係其他考慮？因為而家內地遊客都蜂擁而嚟啦，而我哋可能有生意都做唔到，咁呢方面呢，唔知點解決。 第二樣嘢呢，其實睇到迪士尼呢，2017年開始呢已經獲得咗股東同意注資109億，但係咧見到佢唔同嘅項目呢，其實喺個落成時間上邊呢，經常性出現延誤。我就想知道呢，而家佢啲錢方面啊，或者啲項目方面，而家嗰個最新嘅進展啊，以至到好多迪士尼迷呢都期盼一個叫做漫威英雄嘅新園區，唔知有冇落成嘅時間表？最後一樣嘢呢，增加迪士尼嘅收入都好重要。我見到呢，就喺個園區嘅電商平台入邊啊，個銷售唔知個情況係點樣呢？同埋佢一個好奇怪現象，就係佢入邊呢，喺個網頁入邊有一條呢，就話買完喺電商買完之後呢，係要去現場攞嘅咁樣樣。我唔知呢個情況呢係普唔普遍，還是係咪都要改善下呢？我諗全世界都冇話喺個電商買完之後就自己去現場攞嘅咁樣嘅做法嘅。我想聽聽佢哋解釋，唔該。
好，唔該，局長。
迪士尼嗰邊答呢個問題嚇。
Okay, Michael.
Mr. Chairman, thank you for the questions. As it relates to our 5-day operations, we're looking at the market situation every day to gauge the demand. Right now, we are keeping our park open between 5 and 7 days, depending on that demand. Beginning, as it relates to our operations, we are 7 days at the Disneyland Hotel, the Explorers Lodge, and beginning in mid-June, we're going to be opening the park 6 to 7 days. We're going to continue to watch the market situation and go for an operations that really suits the demand. As it relates to the overall workforce, we are currently right now hiring. We're looking for over 1,000 new cast members to help support the demand and our expansion throughout the rest of the year, and we're hiring right now. However, our operations are really determined based on the demand. As it relates to the overall expansion, we're very excited that with the results of the expansion so far, the Moana stage show is doing well. Of course, the Castle of Magical Dreams has been a wonderful addition to the park and a symbol of hope, really a symbol of the transformation the park has had over the last 15 years. And the World of Frozen, of course, is coming up this year. As it relates to future expansion beyond that, we have to remember that we're just out of the COVID lockdown, and we really need to take a look at the pace of our recovery for when we move forward with the expansion. If I could, Mr. Chairman, address the question. If I understand the question correctly, we have functionality on our e-commerce site for guests to be able to purchase merchandise at home through our website. And those guests have the option then to either have those goods delivered to your house in Hong Kong, or they could pick it up in the park. It really is up to the guests at that point. It's been a popular feature of the website.
Okay, Marvel.
As it relates to
The Marvels,
the Marvel expansion.
Yes.
Yes. We are, right now our focus is to make sure that we open up the world of Frozen properly. I think my advice to the shareholders is going to be to gauge the pace of the recovery, which is still quite unknown, and make a recommendation on the timing once we know a little bit more about our recovery. Meanwhile, I think World of Frozen is going to be a fantastic addition to the resort, and Hong Kong is going to be proud of it.
Thank you. 好，下一位林健鋒議員。
多謝主席。大家都知道啦，喺疫情期間啦，香港嘅遊客係大減嘅。咁政府咧亦都為迪士尼園咧補貼咗唔少嘅營運資金，維持迪士尼園嗰個生意嘅。咁我亦都好高興就話聽到總裁講咧，就喺呢個疫情期間咧，佢哋係保持原有員工嘅工作，咁亦都做咗一啲支援社會嘅工作。咁呢啲值得我哋支持嘅。咁而家疫情過後啦， 國內同海外嘅遊客咧都再次嚟講啦。咁我想問一問樂園未來用啲乜嘢方式嚟到吸引遊客嚟香港，吸引香港嘅旅客用多啲呢個樂園？點樣可以刺激本港市場？包括利用佢哋嘅品牌效應等等。咁另外呢，咁我亦都想問一問迪士尼園呢，佢哋通關之後呢，有冇做過一個統計？樂園帶嚟嘅收入嘅旅客呢，嗰個比例，即係香港國內其他地方咁邊一類係比較多啲唔多嘅？同疫情之前比較個變化又有啲乜嘢呢？咁迪士尼響收入平衡嗰方面呢，我相信我今日問你呢都係太早㗎啦。但係呢，即係我哋都要有個預算嘅。你哋會點樣？如果真係去到年尾，今年有錢賺啦，點樣去利用多一啲呢啲嘅盈餘呢？進一步去強化呢個樂園同埋吸引遊客呢？多謝主席。
好，唔該，局方。
好啊，或者喺吸引遊客嗰度呢，我哋當然會同迪士尼一齊合作啦，去做好呢方面嘅工作。迪士尼本身係一個品牌呢，亦都有一定嘅吸引力，所以大家見到我哋做推廣旅遊嘅時候呢，迪士尼或者加埋其他海洋公園等等，都會成為我哋吸引旅客嘅一啲嘅方法啦。其他有關運作嗰啲，或者我請阿 Michael 去打答。
好，
咁主席既然局長講到話，即係佢哋會利用香港其他嘅品牌一齊聯合去推廣啦。咁或者如果有時間嘅，可唔可以講多啲咁多？即係用啲乜嘢方法呢？將呢幾個咁好嘅品牌
嗱，其實我驚陣間未必夠時間，不過我好快答一答。即係我哋喺我哋嘅推廣裏邊呢，因為我哋都睇到我哋嘅旅客其實佢哋都係希望有多元嘅一個旅遊嘅體驗。咁迪士尼固然係一個樂園呢，作為本身有一定嘅吸引力，但係譬如我哋會同埋譬如海洋公園嗰啲，我哋變咗有多啲我哋做宣傳嘅時候呢，係容許我哋有多啲嘅選擇，去俾我哋喺外地或者內地嚟嘅旅客呢，嚟到嘅時候，佢可以各適其適揀自己中意嘅嘢去做。咁當然迪士尼亦都會做好多宣傳，去吸引嚟到香港嘅旅客去迪士尼嗰度玩嚇。
好，唔該，局長。Michael, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As it relates to our activities to reignite tourism around the border, one of the first things we did was really be the first to open up the boundaries. We were in the mainland talking with our partners, reigniting the industries. We've partnered with the Hong Kong Tourism Board, and we've also held events. We were the first to hold a mainland China travel summit with all the leaders there, really showing everyone what we have. And what we have is quite a lot, considering that a lot of tourists haven't seen the Castle of Magical Dreams, our new nighttime spectacular, momentous. But moreover, what we're seeing is good results. While I'm not prepared to talk about our financial results for this fiscal year, what I can tell you is that Easter, we have seen Southeast Asia attendance back to 2019 levels. Many people from the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, and our penetration of those arrivals is even higher than 19. All we need is flight capacity to come back. During Labor Day, our mainland attendance was back to 2019 levels, especially from Guangdong. And Hong Kong, as you recall, was only at 60%. The other thing, a question you asked about the tourists, we're seeing a new tourist behavior emerge, really more sophisticated. They're looking for experiential and premium products, and that fits well with our positioning at Hong Kong Disneyland. And of course, we're seeing them spend more in the parks and hotels, and they're enjoying products like Disney's Premier Access, which is a pay-for-privilege product. And we're also encouraged to see that locals are still traveling. Even when they're not traveling outside of Hong Kong, they're still coming to the park, of course, when the weather is good. So we are enjoying that. And one other point as it relates to locals, I mentioned in the upfront, we have enjoyed record high Magic Access membership during the fiscal year, more than double of 2019. So I think we're positioned well for the recovery right now, and we're already seeing very strong results.
Okay. I think it's best that you can provide us the profile breakdown by the mainland, overseas, the type of change, whether it's how does it compare to 2018, 2019? That's what I think Jeffrey's asking for.
Okay.
By submission maybe. By submission.
Okay, we can do that, yes.
好，下一條問題，下一位林思勞議員。
主席，就無論睇文件也好，或者頭先聽樂園嘅代表去展述呢，就即係過往幾年嗰個表現差呢，係主要因為疫情亦都係呢樂園或者政府方面都投入好多呢，就令到起碼呢蝕少咗咁樣嚇。呢個係我得到嘅信息。但係現實嚟講，你睇翻2005年開園至今呢3年呢係正數嘅啫，其他全部係蝕錢嘅。咁我想問嗰個問題呢就係嗱，如果樂園係一個商業嘅營運嚟講，呢盤生意我睇晒所有文件，冇講到俾我哋聽幾時，唔好講話賺大錢，平衡到個收支，重新平衡收支。第二樣嘢，如果呢個係一個旅遊基建嘅話，以往我哋投資咗咁多年啦，好長時間嘅虧蝕，究竟嚟緊，尤其是我哋嘅財務環境，我哋財政儲備已經係冇以前咁好。來年或者再往後，我哋嘅財政儲備係咪要有啲咩預算呢？係咪繼續補貼呢？咁樣我亦都想知道呢，就係對比國際上邊或者世界上面其他嘅迪士尼園區，佢哋嗰個財務嗰個表現對比香港係一個咩情況呢？如果呢個未有答案嘅話，我希望可以會後俾翻個資料我哋。多謝主席。
好，唔該，局長。
主席就喺個迪士尼嘅運作間，我請阿 Michael 答一答。但係從政府嘅角度咧，我哋投入去喺2005年迪士尼開嘅時候，或者之前我哋去傾嘅時候咧，其實係一個即係好重要對香港嚟講，尤其是喺嗰個時候咧，我哋係點樣帶動或者重新去俾我哋成個旅遊業有一個新嘅一個景點去做。咁正話，譬如大家如果睇到迪士尼正話俾嘅其中一張 slide 都有講到，由開園到而家，去嗰個 GDP 嘅投入，即係對嗰個經濟嘅帶動，去到1161億，如果我冇記錯嘅話，大約係我哋 GDP 嘅0.3個百分比。咁呢個本身唔係淨係睇個園本身究竟賺錢定蝕錢，而係我哋睇成個對成個經濟嘅帶動。除咗經濟嘅帶動，對青年人俾佢有一個就業嘅機會，俾一啲有藝術或者係希望喺娛樂事業發展嘅，亦都俾到一啲機會俾佢。咁呢啲係我哋喺成個考慮迪士尼或者而家嗰個表現嘅時候，我哋整體嘅考慮。迪士尼本身，如果大家睇翻，正如正係議員所講，佢開頭嗰段時間其實係未能夠達至收支平衡。但喺疫情之前嗰3年呢，的確係見到佢嗰個財政係有一定嘅進步喺度。咁啊，當然而家冇人可以知，即係話如果冇疫情會點啦。咁但係的確我哋見到喺個財政上邊係有一定嘅增長喺度。咁至於公司嗰個情況，或者我請阿 Michael 答一答。
Michael, can you comment on the break-even possibility or the assessment?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I think it's important to keep in mind that the recovery really is just a few months old right now, and we're still learning about the pace of our recovery and how fast that will go. I think some forecasts are that air flight capacity will only be 70% at the end of this calendar year, and of course, you know, our attendance from Southeast Asia and North Asia is very dependent on that. And so I think our recovery is largely dependent on the recovery of the overall industry and the overall market. What I can say this is that, as I mentioned earlier, we are doing better than the market right now. We just need for the market to get better. I can also say that we have used our time and resources wisely, I believe, during COVID. We have kept our costs down, and we're going to continue to be prudent in managing our costs as we look into the recovery. I think we have some reasons to be optimistic in looking at the results of Easter and the May Golden Week holiday as a predictor of our future. However, I don't have a crystal ball as to right now when exactly the recovery will happen.
主席，唔好意思，我頭先講，我想要佢哋香港對比其他地方
我準備講係
好嘛？唔該晒。
Michael, can you please give us a written submission on the comparison between amongst all those Disney theme parks, how they perform compared to us post-COVID?
I don't have access to all of the other theme
I
parks.
think later on, given the public information they can gather.
Certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I think
submission.
what I can say is that the theme parks around the world, where the markets have opened up, they've recovered fully in the United States and in Europe.
Yeah, let's just work on a written submission for whatever you can provide.
Thank you.
Okay. 好，下一位係陸頌雄議員。
多謝主席。少少申報啦，我屋企人咧都有買迪士尼嘅年票嘅，咁我陪佢哋去啊嚇，冇佢去得咁多，平均都差唔多一年去到一次嘅，咁所以咧對於迪士尼咧都係一個都幾經常嘅用家。咁我都理解咧，迪士尼作為旅遊基建咧，對香港個經濟啊、旅遊業啊有個正外部效應嘅嚇，就唔係淨係應該睇嗰個帳面嘅賺蝕嘅，但係咧唔睇都唔得嘅。OK。咁啊過去嘅財政年度咧就蝕咗21億，咁啊 EBITDA 咧都蝕咗8.6億。咁啊其中一個問責咧同埋增加透明度咧，就係我就發現咧我係抄唔到咧香港迪士尼高層嘅相關嘅薪金同埋呢啲花紅啊嘅數據嘅。咁我覺得呢方面係咪應該要增加透明度，大家都有個問責呢？因為畢竟呢，香港迪士尼樂園咧，政府佔52% 嘅大股東嚟㗎嘛，即係市民係大股東嚟㗎嘛。咁啲高層出幾千糧，我哋都應該起碼有個支持啊。其次呢，就係政府有冇一個相關嘅監管嘅機制，呢班嘅高層喺咩表現之下可以獲得乜嘢嘅酬金同埋獎金呢？我想問一問呢個關於管治嘅問題。另外一個呢，就可持續發展嘅角度啦。咁啊，迪士尼其實個最大嘅主題就係夢幻嚇一個，即係大家俾人一個發夢嘅地方嚟嘅，其實係。咁我覺得發夢呢，就唔一定係發即係西式嘅夢㗎，係咪？咁有冇可以加入一啲嘅中國嘅元素啊、香港嘅元素啦？我見呢上海迪士尼呢，就比較多中式嘅元素嘅。咁香港嘅迪士尼有冇呢方面嘅計劃呢？譬如迪士尼都有個 IP 係即係花木蘭啦，係嘛？中國嘅古仔嚟嘅。咁有冇啲香港元素可以加入呢？除咗 Iron Man 嗰個之外，最後呢就係本地就業同埋採購方面呢，有冇啲乜嘢嘅優先？特別係用翻我哋本地嘅設計師、本地嘅文創嘅團隊去做翻迪士尼裏邊相關嘅工作。唔該，主席。
好，唔該，我諗局方盡量
盡簡單，我講一講嗰個喺即係作為政府作為一個即係 shareholder 咧，即係作為一個投資者，我哋喺個管理上邊，而家香港迪士尼係一間獨立嘅公司啦。我哋作為投資者，我哋有我哋官員係坐喺佢嗰個管理上邊咧，係喺個 board 裏邊咧，喺個董事會裏邊咧，係睇佢日常嘅運作嘅。咁但係因為呢個亦都冇一個我哋所謂嘅恆常嘅資助俾佢，大家會見到其實我哋投入咗一次過，投入咗一個資本嘅投入之後，只不過係每一次如果需要有更加多資本投入去起一啲新嘅園區嘅時候，我哋先再需要去作為一個投資嘅啫。咁所以喺個日常運作裏邊，我哋會有監管，我哋都會睇住。但係有啲所謂嘅公開資訊嘅要求呢，我哋就要跟翻即係香港個公司嗰個即係公司法嘅做法，同埋即係因為佢亦都係美國迪士尼嘅佢係上市公司嘅一部分咧，咁所以有啲佢裏邊嘅條例啊或者規矩，我哋都要跟翻嘅。
主席，反而美國迪士尼嘅高層咧，我話抄到佢嘅薪酬啊同埋花紅喎。香港迪士尼我哋係唔知喎，政府又係大股東。咁啊，局長兜咗一個圈之後咧，其實你第一你知唔知啦？第二你有冇機制？第三有冇透明度？市民可唔可以知得到？
第一我哋係知嘅， 我哋作為即係嗰個管理嗰個董事局，我哋知道即係嗰個大致上嘅安排同埋個機制管理係點。至於係咪一個即係需要去公開即係迪士尼嘅咧？我只可以話而家咧，我暫時睇唔到有咁嘅需要喺度。
OK， 唔該。後面第二個係關於sustainability 同埋嗰個本地採購。
或者請阿
Michael，just be brief on those two areas.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are, from a sustainability standpoint, we're proud of our record. In fact, we have the largest solar farm in Hong Kong, and we're actually planning on expanding that by 40% this year as we contribute. We also have programs for recycling food and food donations to limit waste, as well as food for energy. In addition, we are very focused on the sustainability of the food we serve and the products that we make. As it relates to procurement, we have a strong local focus. In fact, we are championing several procurement initiatives in Hong Kong to support underserved groups such as women-owned and minority-owned businesses to make sure that they have access. And we have targets to improve those. Finally, I'd like to thank you for being a Magic Access holder. And as it relates to our plans to include more Hong Kong elements, I think it's important to make sure that we are absolutely positioned as Hong Kong's park. We do that in our food, in our merchandise styles, and the types of costumes that we wear that differentiate ourselves from Shanghai or Tokyo or even the U.S. parks. And so I think as our resort continues to mature, more and more of what is unique about Hong Kong will come through.
好，啲時間都用得比較長，所以盡量大家委員都係盡量 keep 住分半鐘，咁回應嗰度盡量 keep 住分半鐘，好唔好啊？唔該，係田北辰議員，唔該。
多謝主席。我有兩個問題，第一個問題呢，我就希望政府回應，政府回應唔到，我希望迪士尼回應，兩個都冇呢，咁你遲早都要俾 submission， 應該唔使。第二呢，就應該就迪士尼先答得到啦。第一個問題。過去8年呢，我哋係虧蝕嘅。當然最近3年就情有可原啦，係天災啦。但係之前嗰5年呢，就其實就係唔係天災。喺呢咁多年呢，迪士尼專利費就從來冇減過，7.5%年年照收。無論你蝕幾多都照收。咁呢樣嘢我不嬲都揞住，覺得係好離譜。不過我哋簽咗個咁嘅條約，咁冇得講啦。我只不過想請問下全世界迪士尼有冇試過喺專利費嗰度某一年某一個地方作出讓步，因為當地有啲好特殊嘅情況。我淨係想知呢一點啫。第二，睇由21到22年呢，首先呢度呢，我要讚一讚迪士尼㗎嚇。疫情之下呢，你哋竟然22年呢。嗰個本地嘅人數可以創開幕以嚟嘅新高，升成22%。呢樣嘢係難得嘅，我相信你做到好多嘢。不過係咪真係你叻晒呢？咁因為舊年呢就解封啊嘛，係咪？咁於是乎就好多人都出嚟咁周圍消費，咁咪一定去迪士尼啦。咁所以你哋將來即係我未而家下判斷你到底係咪咁叻。我要睇睇海洋公園嗰個本地入場人數21到22係咪都係升22？如果佢升30幾，你就真係好渣啦；如果佢升10幾，你就好叻啦嚇！我到時話你聽。但係咧，我而家最關注就由21到22咧，你個總收入就起咗5.3億，但係呢個營運成本就起咗4.2億嗱，呢個好麻麻嘅喎。如果總收入起5億，營運成本起4億咧，你追18年啊！18年都唔會收支平衡，咁但係我又估計咧，你21年係咪有一啲開支係減散咗？可能有啲特殊性嘅開支減散咗。如果你減翻嗰筆數出嚟咧， 其實你21年其實個開支就唔止26.86億，應該高啲嘅。咁咧就似樣啲啦。咁你即係你總收入加5億咧，你營運成本可能加1、2億啊，咁樣就唔係4億。咁呢個我要問你個細節，21年有冇啲特別成本減省咗，係22年減省唔到嘅？兩個問題。
好，唔該，局長。
好簡單，第一個問題喺2022年嘅財政年度咧，香港迪士尼係暫緩咗收嗰個延期收嗰個 royalty 嘅嗰個專利費嚇。第二個問題我請 Michael 答。
係 Michael please。
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As it relates to the local attendance, what we are seeing right now is that 3 out of 4 Hong Kongers believe that Hong Kong Disneyland is a place to celebrate. And on any given day in a park, 1 out of 4 is there to celebrate a birthday, an anniversary, a graduation. And so I believe that what we are seeing right now is that Hong Kongers have really woven us into the fabric of their life.
因為時間問題，你可唔可以答我個問題啫？2021年嗰26億係咪有啲嘢減省咗，所以令到你2022年不可減省，所以你嘅營運成本起成4億？因為你如果係收入起5億，營運成本起4億，你18年啊，你都追唔翻呢條數，1000年都追唔翻。而家我就問你呢個問題啊嘛。
我諗集中答到呢個問題先啦。
Okay, I'm sorry. I was asking the question was our local attendance
No, it's about your operating expenses.
Okay. The third question was about the operating expenses. And during last fiscal year, our cost did go up 418 million Hong Kong dollars. And a large, from the prior year, a big part of that was that in the prior fiscal year, we had the benefits of the employee support scheme from the Hong Kong government, which is approximately $150 million.
Okay, 150.
In addition to that, we also had a program of unpaid leave for our cast members during COVID, which was actually higher than...
How much was that?
It was more than the $150 million. And so...
So altogether it's almost over 300 million.
It was over 300 million.
And you have to incur in 22 over 21.
That's correct.
Okay, so in that case, I think you did a pretty good job in cost control.
Thank you.
You can put that in the paper. Let us know. Why do you have to have me ask? Anyway, 主席多謝你。我好快想問問局長，你正話我哋今年唔使俾專利費啊？
我延遲咗。
咁延遲咗係咪都要俾㗎？
如果主席，如果個財政去翻一個即係可以嘅，我哋都要俾嚇。
其實唔知幾時。
嗰個都係跟翻嗰個合約做事。
即係咁呢個即係佢哋都係好俾面㗎啦，因為佢哋年年都收㗎嘛。
我諗係睇實際需要啦嚇，即係大家都係想做嗰件事嘅。
我希望唔使收啦，我哋蝕得好金喎，20幾億喎，拜託你啦嚇。
好，唔該，下位蘇長榮議員。
多謝主席。正話局長喺回答其他議員嘅問題嘅時候話咧，就將嗰個旅遊文化建設咧就同海洋公園嗰啲串埋一齊嚟考慮，我同意嘅。但係咧以事論事，今日係以嗰個迪士尼嘅事情，而家咧對於迪士尼呢個海洋公園嘅全費以及咧就下一步點樣搞咧，政府同埋各界都各懷心事，咁所以變成迪士尼樂園咧。喺旅遊文化建設，包括吸引嗰個遊客嚟香港等等，變成係一個膽嚟嘅。所以咧就我好同意迪士尼樂園唔能夠簡單以賺錢、賺蝕或者賺蝕幾多嚟衡量。佢確實係香港一個好需要存在而且係發揮作用嘅咁樣嘅一個基建。所以咧，我都係關心咧，就係即係點樣先係確保佢嘅運營質量同埋吸引力。所以有2個問題我想問下嘅，一個咧就係我發現咧就2021年比較20年咧請嘅人咧就原來係5300人嘅正職嘅，但21年咧就縮到去5000人。兼職咧1800人咧縮到去 1200人。咁我就唔知道究竟係疫情嘅影響，定係嗰啲人自動離職，定係你哋為咗縮皮去減省人手。因為接落嚟咧就大量遊客入嚟啦，我就唔知道有關嘅職位來源咧保唔保障到，即係個員工能夠提供充分服務保唔保障到。咁第二個咧就我今天已經疫情開放，我好想知道究竟喺管理層裏邊或者係個企業嘅定位策略有咩辦法去更有特色、更有差異性，吸引同呢個上海迪士尼競爭，同橫琴嗰個長隆樂園競爭，使我哋嘅迪士尼樂園更有吸引力，可以去提高佢嘅有關收益。多謝。
好，我哋要
或者我請阿 Michael。
好 ，Michael be brief please。
Okay, thank you. As it relates to our cast members, we, over the past 3 years, we have not laid any cast members off. Any change in our overall cast member base has been a result of natural attrition, in other words, their decision. As it relates to our proposition going forward, as one of the, we're a popular destination. We've been recognized as a top employer in Hong Kong, and we've been fortunate that we've been able to hire so far, although I do have to acknowledge that the job market is very challenging right now, and we have a number of tactics in place in the market right now to attract and retain new cast members. As I mentioned earlier, we're looking to hire over 1,000 right now for our recovery and expansion.
Second question.
As it relates to our overall competitiveness, I think you have to look at the differentiation between our product and the product that you might find in Shanghai or Chimelong. We certainly have our own complement of products, and the guests who come here rate us highly. I think when you look at the lineup of new things that we have for guests who have not visited Hong Kong right now, we stand apart from, I think, anyone in the market. The Castle of Magical Dreams, the stage show, the nighttime spectacular Momentous, and of course now the World of Frozen, our largest expansion yet. I think we have a lot to offer in bringing tourists into Hong Kong. And as I mentioned, Easter and May Golden Week, we've already seen positive signs.
OK，唔該。黃俊碩議員。
好多謝主席。主席，我想跟進啱啱蘇長榮議員問個問題嚇。咁其實即係局方都有答過話，而家都係會想去增聘呢個職位，但係其實我哋都知道成個香港而家都請人好困難啦嚇。咁當然疫情期間嘅時候，可能迪士尼即係縮減咗個營運時間啊，或者嗰個日子嘅時候都應付到。而家去我哋咁即係完全係復常嘅時候啦，而遊客咁多嘅時候，5000個全職，1200個兼職。真係未必夠，咁其實我哋點樣可以？雖然即係而家個 park 就係 one of the more attractive employers in Hong Kong， 但係我哋即係點樣可以吸引更加多唔同嘅人、年青人入行呢？呢個第一個問題。第二個就係關於數字上嘅問題啦。咁我留意到呢個折舊與攤分，即係 depreciation and amortization 咧，就下跌咗14%，即係1.94億。咁當然文件咧就話係因為有好多嘅一啲嘅 furniture and fixtures 啊，即係一啲嘅建築物啦，已經係完全地折舊所致嚇，咁啊亦都知道嚟緊有一啲新嘅建築會落成，咁我想問下咧，會對於我哋成個收益表 income statement 呢一個折舊與收益將會帶嚟嘅影響，雖然係冇現金流嘅影響，但係我哋都要知道個 impact 即係個影響有幾多。第三個就我留意到一個非流動資產入面咧，咁我哋即係嗰個嘅借貸啦，由20億都上升到40億，咁當然知道一個短期嘅資金嘅周轉需要。樂園未必有一個直接嘅一個嘅利息嘅支出，或者係近乎冇啦嚇。咁但係問題就係我哋一個高嘅借貸，其實對於任何一個機構或者一間公司又好，甚至乎政府都唔係一個好嘅影響啦，因為一個咁高嘅 leverage。咁我想問下有咩辦法可以改善嚟緊呢個狀況，同埋幾時還錢俾政府？多謝主席。
唔該，局長。
或者請阿 Michael。
好 ，Michael please。
So as it relates to our cast base, We are looking to hire 1,000 people right now, and as one of the top and most desired companies to work for in Hong Kong, I think we are fortunate that we are able to get people to come to our job expos. An example of this is in February, we had the job expo for Dream Makers. We hired 300 people on the spot. We've been fortunate to get people to come and to be able to hire. Again, there's other tactics that we have in place. Although we can't discount that there is a significant labor issue in Hong Kong, and we need to continue to work with universities and vocational schools to help make sure we're training Hong Kongers.
Can I confirm how many people you have hired in the job fairs in February this year?
So in the job fair in February this year, we hired 300 on that day. There was a halo effect. We hired some more after that. But that's not unusual for a one-day job expo.
Is there any plan that you would like to, recruit some overseas university graduates to come Hong Kong and work in the Hong Kong Disney Park? Is there any plan? Or recruit globally 啊？
我諗你俾我哋去 facilitate 問題好唔好啊？我哋因為你問咗啦已經係，我等佢哋答埋另外啲先。
Right now our focus is Hong Kong jobs, right?
Okay, you have two more points on depreciation, amortization, and financing.
Yes, as the park matures, some assets will come off the register. All the depreciation that's incurred is according to the accounting policy and is consistent from year over year. With World of Frozen coming, that will go online next fiscal year, and you'll see the impacts of that on next fiscal year's financial statements. And I'm not certain that I got the translation correct on the third question.
The non-current liabilities. The borrowing has been increased from 2 billion to 4 billion, and of course I understand that the park might probably enjoy low or even no interest borrowing from the government, but it's still not a good financial healthy position for the park to have such high borrowing. Is there any plan to increase, the equity portion or decrease the borrowing from the government?
No, right now there's no plans to ask LegCo or either shareholder for any additional funds for operations. The Walt Disney Company upsized our revolver from $2.1 to $2.7 billion should we needed the liquidity. But we're in a position right now where we're recovering and seeing improvement. We haven't made any, the last draw we made on the revolver, which is the cause of the change, which was $1.8 billion at the end of last year. We haven't made a draw since then. So I think we're in a position to improve, and our focus is to pay off our revolver and improve our financial standing. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Michael. 下一位陳少雄議員，唔該。
多謝主席。2019年因為黑暴事件以及2020至2022年度受住新冠疫情嘅影響，呢啲特殊情況下樂園嘅業績係錄得虧損係可以理解嘅。主席啊，如果以迪士尼樂園嘅規模去做一份公司嘅週年年報，短5頁紙嘅附件呢，我認為就唔合格嘅。大家關心嘅係咩呢？就係未來發展嘅展望。如何讓市民大眾對於前景樂園嘅前景有所了解？關於未來發展喺文件13至第17段呢，就有大約講咗下，但係點唔到題。翻查記錄，自從樂園開業以嚟，只有2012、2014年3個年度錄得盈餘之外呢，其餘所有嘅年度都係虧損嘅。頭先林筱魯議員就問咗我想問嘅問題，就係個盈虧平衡點。點樣處理呢？咁我特別針對就係考慮到有盈利嗰幾年，2013至2014年度入場人次750萬左右，而中國內地訪客比例接近一半嘅，國際訪客大約就係20%到啦，本地客就係1/3。咁我想政府連同迪士尼真係對於你會後提供書面回應嘅時候，特登針對一啲重要嘅數據，例如話你哋未來嘅展望。 即係話有幾多嘅入場人次，而喺入場人次入邊，中國內地訪客比例同埋本地訪客比例嘅組合係幾多呢？咁如果要想超越呢個盈虧平衡點，以達至轉虧為盈嘅目標，有啲乜嘢要做呢？咁嗱，主席，此外呢，其實我哋所了解就係話，攞住呢個迪士尼樂園作為一個生意去管理嘅話，迪士尼嘅固定成本呢，其實基本穩定嘅，但係多一個入場人士嘅邊際成本就好低嘅，因此邊際收入同埋利潤呢，多咗一個入場人士就可以增加，從而影響整體嘅盈利。咁所以我第二個問題就係入場費嘅收費啊，係會影響咗入場人次。就除咗樂園提供所謂年票啊、套票之外呢，有冇檢討過個入場嘅收費水平？例如話現時嗰個標準嘅票價大約係700蚊咁上下，個價格嘅敏感度有冇做過分析呢？
我哋俾佢答好。
好啊，唔該，
唔該局長。
好啊，或者我請Michael 答。
好 ，Michael please。
Yes, as it relates to the mix of attendance that we're
Oh,
seeing.
sorry. Let me interrupt. If you already answer part of those questions, you just add on. You don't need to repeat, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, as it relates to our aspirational goals for mix of tourists going forward, we'd like to see, roughly an equal mix of local, mainland, and international attendance. Although that is, it's going to be some time for the recovery in order for that to happen. As it relates to our ticket costs, we have added 2 new tiers to our ticket costs to take it up. And we're going to continue to look at our pricing, not just on our main gate, but other products such as Disney's Premier Access, which is a paper privilege product, our hotel rates, as well as food and merchandise, to make sure that we are optimizing our profit potential for that next guest, as you mentioned.
主席，我好想補發根據一點咧，就話即係作為一個負責任嘅政府，應該係要考慮到即係過往嗰2-3年嘅情況之餘，仲係要展望將來，睇下點樣可以確保樂園嘅持續發展，而係從而咧係增加到香港整體個經濟嗰個即係發展嘅嘢。咁所以我覺得政府應該有個態度，就即係譬如話頭先我哋幾位議員都問，你認為樂園擔當咩重要角色？如果佢蝕錢唔緊要，但係蝕錢之餘係成個嘅經濟嘅所謂嘅增長點同埋個乘數效應係得到。我哋想聽聽呢一類嘅即係政府嘅表態。唔該，主席。
政府補充下。
主席好簡單嘅啫，即係其實過去樂園咁多年呢，唔係年年都蝕錢嘅，曾經試過賺錢嘅。咁我亦都將佢賺嘅錢呢，係投入翻呢去做佢更加多嘅建設，去將嗰個樂園更加發展。作為一間私營公司呢，佢冇可能唔希望賺錢嘅，即係對股東嚟講，即係固然我哋香港嘅股東，我哋作為政府嘅股東，我哋會大體啲去睇對成個經濟帶動到幾多，所以我哋唔係 push， 即係唔係逼佢每一年，哇！你都一定要賺一個幾多錢翻嚟，或者我哋唔係睇淨係呢間公司佢帶嚟嘅收益對政府，即係你可以俾翻幾多利潤俾我，作為我個回報。但係同樣地，另外一個股東作為美國嘅公司，佢亦作為上市公司，佢亦都有一個壓力要去需要有一個收益翻去俾佢。咁所以我知道大家都見到啲數呢，係可能會擔心話間公司會唔會長遠？喂，你究竟想點做？我覺得大家要對即係第一對迪士尼有信心啦。即係過去大家如果睇佢嘅成績，見到喺一困難時候，佢仍然能夠堅持到將嗰個虧損係收窄。喺過去一啲年份，佢仍然係早喺2012年嗰陣時已經賺過錢。咁佢亦都願意投入翻落去做，繼續去擴展，係表達咗佢對成個生意其實係有一個信心喺度。如果唔係，唔會再入去投資。咁所以從政府角度，我哋希望間公司係可以起碼做到收支平衡，有回報就最好啦。呢個亦都係我哋希望可以做到。第二樣嘢就係話佢係能夠帶動到成個經濟，為香港嘅經濟發展咧係帶嚟一個正面嘅作用。好，唔該局長。咁我諗有關於嗰個展望將來，陳議員一路有講嘅。咁如果你哋仲有補充嘅，咁麻煩你哋再書面再交翻入嚟啦，好冇？唔該，下一位姚柏良議員。
多謝主席。 迪士尼樂園呢係一個非常之重要嘅即係香港旅遊業嘅一個景點啦。咁啊發展旅遊業，你需要有優質嘅景點去吸引旅客嚟香港。咁當然純粹睇盤數，咁啊係唔理想嘅嚇，係蝕緊錢。但係就即係對整體對吸客嚟講呢，一直都發揮住一個好重要嘅作用。咁我都有幾點問題想問一問嘅。其實就即係頭先我哋好多議員都關注到啦，人手嘅問題。其實而家旅遊業真係人手短缺係一個好大嘅問題。咁啊頭先園方都回應議員同事嘅時候都講到佢哋都係即係喺呢方面都會加大力度去招聘啦。咁但係就即係知道今年又會進一步擴展嘅，酒店亦都會再開埋即係荷里活。咁喺呢方面嚟講，係咪有足夠嘅即係信心係可以能夠招募到人手咧？咁如果人手呢方面，局方又有冇啲咩嘅即係其他嘅措施可以能夠幫助業界咧？呢度都想問一問。另外一個就係話迪士尼樂園其實喺疫情期間咧，即係喺本地市場呢度咧係做得相當之出色，真係好多數字都創咗個新高。咁呢個係可喜嘅。咁但係就點樣可以用到呢方面嘅經驗去擴展到去整個大灣區嗱？迪士尼樂園如果純粹靠香港呢700幾萬人口嘅市場嚟講咧，我諗呢盤生意係冇得做嘅。但係如果整體睇翻成個大灣區有成8000幾萬人口咧，呢個嘅潛力係非常之巨大。所以即係點樣用翻喺香港呢個本地市場呢個經驗，去令到去做大灣區市場嘅時候咧，可以盡快去能夠吸納多啲大灣區嘅旅客嚟香港入樂園嚇。呢個我係想問嘅，同埋點樣去持續咁樣保持到一個競爭力？唔該。
好，局長唔該。
主席喺人手上邊咧，其實我哋好多場合，成個政府都有講過，我哋完全明白，即係而家香港面對一啲人手短缺嘅問題，喺唔同嘅層面咧，包括咗喺前線嘅員工。咁呢個政府亦都係作緊一啲嘅思考研究咧，去睇下用咩方法去解決。咁至於特別喺迪士尼嘅問題，或者我請阿 Michael 作答嚇。
係啦，關於嗰個大灣區。
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As it relates to the Greater Bay Area, they really are right at our back door, and it's a big focus of ours. We look that they could really increase their visitation because of the great access that they have to Hong Kong. Not only that, but what we're finding right now is that there are a lot of Disney fans right across the border in the GBA. And so when we're looking at our attendance right now and our recovery so far, we're seeing that our attendance from the GBA is recovering the fastest, over 100% of prior year. So I think our focus is going to continue to be, working with our travel trade partners and making sure we have the right opportunities for those guests to come into Hong Kong, and continuing to provide strong special events where GBA guests can come in for a short period of time and then head back home and enjoy those events. Of course, we're excited about what the World of Frozen will do when it opens up in November as well. It'll be a very strong draw for GBA guests.
好，唔該。我哋而家咧同我哋預計時間已經超過8分鐘，咁我哋仲有7位未問嘅，咁我就想攞大家嘅認可啦，我哋就將今日嘅會議延長多15分鐘到12點45，好唔好啊？唔該。咁繼續請大家盡量精簡。林新強議員唔該。
主席，我睇到迪士尼呢盤數咧就有啲嚇親嘅，基本上咧就係長期蝕本啊。繼續咁樣做落去咧，最多咧都係咧賺咧就賺粒糖，蝕就蝕間廠啊。所以咧我睇落咧都係唔會賺錢㗎啦。就算姚議員咧個意見都唔錯嘅，我覺得係都值得去做嘅，嚇。但係呢個世界咧有危就有機嘅，我哋要想新嘅辦法，睇下迪士尼點樣增加收入啊。我嘅建議就係咧迪士尼咧可以好似地鐵咁樣喺迪士尼樂園旁邊嘅竹篙灣興建迪士尼新市鎮。令迪士尼咧就轉虧為盈，增加咧新嘅旅遊景點啦，同埋咧又可以增加房屋供應啦嚇。之前咧政府咧喺迪士尼樂園東邊就做咗竹篙灣第2期嘅填海，佔地咧就60公頃，原本咧就留俾迪士尼擴建嘅，但係最後尾咧就曬太陽，就曬足10年，最後咧做咗隔離營。喺2022年即係上年啦嚇。 美國迪士尼呢就已經展開新業務啦，要喺呢加州興建具迪士尼風格嘅新市鎮啊。所以呢，我建議政府同迪士尼傾下，一齊呢去發展竹篙灣新市鎮。裏面呢就有商場啊、私樓啊、居屋啊、公屋啊，仲有地鐵啊都可以興建。而家政府咧研究緊話收翻高爾夫球場32公頃，最後呢就只係計劃用8公頃去起屋，都可以預計呢住3萬人。咁60公頃嘅迪士尼新市鎮，估計都可以住10萬人啩。咁我希望政府可以考慮一下意見。多謝。
好，局長。
多謝主席。就喺即係迪士尼旁邊嘅第2期用地咧，其實而家政府都係作緊一啲研究咧，睇緊即係長遠個發展係點樣咧。咁但係至於話即係就算真係正如林議員所講，話要發展一啲大型嘅項目，究竟點樣發展法，係咪需要牽涉到迪士尼呢？我哋呢個會長遠去作一啲嘅考慮，因為已經完全唔係嗰回事㗎啦，即係已經係即係第二樣嘢，我哋點樣利用、點樣盡用嗰笪地去為社會帶嚟最大嘅益處。咁呢個係我哋即係作為政府要去考慮嘅一樣嘢。咁我知道大家都好擔心即係睇落去啲數，迪士尼嗰個財政。咁過去3年的確係令到好多迪士尼想做嘅嘢，或者佢原本有嘅發展咧，係受到一啲嘅阻礙。咁正如我所講，如果我哋睇翻前啲咧，佢曾經亦都有段時間咧係曾經直情係賺過錢嘅。咁所以我諗睇多幾年，我哋睇佢個努力，我相信佢應該係會帶嚟到一啲即係令人滿意嘅成績啦。咁但係無論如何，從政府嘅角度，作為一個其中一個即係投資者嘅角度咧，我哋係較睇咧，佢成個樂園能夠為香港整體帶嚟嗰個經濟收益，同埋對嗰個就業嘅影響咧，係比較重視啲嚇。
好，唔該。李慧雲議員。
謝主席。我理解即係對上嗰幾年嘅疫情咧，好明顯帶嚟一個前所未有嘅一啲挑戰啦。咁同時間亦都我諗好多議員都聚焦喺嗰個財政上面問到好多唔同問題。咁亦都知道迪士尼咧做好多即係支持本地個經濟啊，同埋就業機會嘅一啲工作。咁但係亦都要提就係因為啱啱都講到啦，即係文件所提供嗰啲資料係得3年有盈利。咁我想少少從另外一個角度問咧，因為整體迪士尼作為美國一個上市公司咧，佢係有盈利嘅，佢係做得都唔錯嘅個業績各方面。咁所以即係有幾多程度係一個我哋自己譬如話本身管理嘅問題，或者香港存在嘅一啲嘅情況咧，而導致到嗰個盈利唔理想咧。咁另外咧，亦都留意到喺嗰個文件入邊提供嗰啲數據咧，喺個收入係一路有增加嘅，即係撇除咗個疫情嘅時段啦嚇。咁甚至乎咧，即係去到差唔多60億嘅一個收入嘅水平咧，但係仍然係冇盈利。但係咧，之前咧係去到唔夠5000億嘅一個收入嘅水平咧，都有盈利。所以中間係即係嚟去都係開源節流啦。咁係咪嗰個支出嗰方面有啲乜嘢地方可以調整到，令到嗰個帶嚟一啲盈利咧？咁另外咧就啱啱都有議員提過，即係話同上海嚟比較啊，或者甚至乎姚柏良議員都有講到大灣區嗰個發展。我其實想多啲聽，我自己本身就都認為係有香港有佢嗰個獨特嘅嗰個優勢嘅，即係同埋特別係即係吸引一啲大灣區嘅客戶係近啲啊。咁但係我想聽多少少就係個策略，你有啲乜嘢嘅推廣宣傳，甚至乎可能就咁睇翻嗰個內地嗰個啲遊客嚟到有幾多成分，係咪好大嘅成分都已經喺大灣區，或者係你哋有啲咩具體嘅計劃去做呢啲推廣同埋係宣傳去吸引呢個咁龐大嘅一個市場？唔該晒。
呢兩個問題都問過，咁我諗我請局長同埋公司去補充，好唔好？
好快補充嚇，我請阿 Michael 好快補充嚇。
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As it relates to the publicity that we have going on right now in the Greater Bay Area, we have several campaigns. One, the Reignite the Magic, which is essentially our welcome back campaign for guests. And we have out-of-home advertising in the high-speed rail stations, train stations, etc. We've also engaged in a lot of publicity efforts to do the same. This summer, we're going out with a larger campaign really promoting what guests have not been able to see, our new castle and our nighttime spectacular in the GBA. Now, within our recovery right now, we're absolutely seeing the GBA recover faster. It's largely because of access across the boundary, both the buses and trains and high-speed rail, is easier and has higher capacity than the airlines right now from the other China provinces. As it relates to our overall profitability, as I mentioned earlier, we are brand new into this recovery right now. We are watching our costs very carefully, and we are we're doing better than the market, but the market needs to do better right now. And we'll continue to watch these market conditions and be prudent with our costs.
好，下一位嚴光義。
多謝主席。對於迪士尼呢，係疫情期間以及今年呢復常之後，支持呢社會慈善嘅行動呢，我首先呢表示充分嘅肯定嘅。咁呢度呢都想建議下 Michael 啊，由於呢疫情嘅影響，咁呢本港嘅學生呢係其實面臨更加多嘅心理嘅問題嘅。對於呢啲患有心理障礙嘅青少年呢，可否迪士尼呢係今年暑假期間可以呢考慮同香港以及大灣區嘅相關機構呢聯手，可以捐造一期針對心理疾病嘅青少年，可以係家長嘅陪同之下呢係迪士尼嘅夏令營嘅。咁呢係歡樂開心嘅氣氛下呢，同心理輔導師義工一齊，可以提供一個有助於青少年呢心理康復嘅課程。如果呢個效果好嘅話呢，都建議呢可以恆常化嘅。多謝主席。
好，局長。
之後請阿 Michael 考慮一下嚇。
OK， 咁。
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you may know, we do a lot of work with youth programs this year. Our youth programs enjoyed its biggest year ever last fiscal year. And we also work a lot with the NGOs. And these are all good ideas, and we'll take these under advisement. Thank you.
好，唔該。下位邱達根議員。
多謝主席，係我先申報啦，我公司係有做娛樂行業嘅業務嘅。咁我幾條問題啦，不過我都可以希望好短嘅答案，因為我問嘅都好大咧。咁你話譬如長期貸款啊，我哋呢個無抵押嘅長期貸款啦，係有啲係由迪士尼提供，有啲就係由香港政府提供嗰40億。我想知道咧係咪兩邊俾嘅呢個貸款都係冇利息嘅？如果有利息，港府同埋迪士尼俾嘅呢個貸款有冇分別？係咪所收嘅息率都係一樣嘅？咁頭先局長提到嗰個franchise fee 啦，嗰個defer 咗1年，2021到22，咁遲收咗，但係迪士尼會唔會計翻我哋利息喺遲收嘅部分？定係都係純粹遲收啫，收嘅款項都係一樣嘅。咁呢啲可以作答好短。咁另外呢，有個其他嘅問題就係我諗每個遊樂場呢都會有啲測算嘅，就定期會計算自己個收支回報個點，即係我哋所謂 break-even point 啦。咁啊頭先好多議員都係問幾時回本啫，但係我相信迪士尼一定有個測算，我哋個 break-even point 喺邊度，即係幾多旅客。咁我諗。可唔可以回答下我哋要幾多萬嘅旅客，我哋先做到呢個 break even？我哋有冇呢個測算，定係你冇做，定係唔方便透露？咁呢個可以好快回答。咁啊，仲有啲好快嘅，咁就一啲我哋 measure 幾個 park 之間嘅比例啦嚇。咁啊，其實香港啊、日本啊、上海啊，我相信因為迪士尼都係一個股東啦，佢就可能唔方便head to head 去比較。咁但係我喺媒體度睇咧，其實好多就會香港對日本嘅比較，香港對上海嘅比較。咁如果我哋喺中文嘅媒體度一般去睇咧，網上幾個平台咧，成日會將譬如香港同上海比較。咁啊，土地就上海會大啲啦。咁個塔可能個 castle 有上海60米，香港23.5米。 咁好多時候個媒體方面咧都會排上海嗰個咧優勝於香港。咁呢方面我哋點做咧？即係喺個媒體方面有好多呢啲 head to head 嘅比較，香港同上海、香港同日本。咁可能你公司又要避免個競爭，咁就喺個媒體方面唔能夠咁主動咁去推廣香港，只能夠話我哋有新嘢啦，有新嘢啦。咁喺呢啲比較方面係咪可以幫我哋爭取更加好嘅一啲媒體方面嘅比較咧？
好。第4條問題其實佢哋局方係會交 submission 㗎啦，咁我諗嗰度就唔使答啦，淨係答咗前面嗰3個先。唔該。
好，或者我請阿 Michael 答啦嚇，嗰啲數嘅嘢嚇。
Yes, as it relates to the long-term loans, the hotel loans are at a higher interest rate than the revolver loans. The revolver is 3-month HIBOR plus 1.25. And I can get back to you on the bank loans, but they are higher. The royalty fees, which were deferred, are at no interest rate, no additional fees for the deferral. And as it relates to the break-even number, I think you can look at our historical attendance figures for proxies for what that break-even attendance figure might be. Although I think the difference in guest spending from each origin is something to take into consideration. As well as in inflation, but we are we're no stranger to profitability, and we're eager to get back.
So the revolver loan comparing to the government loan, what is the interest rate comparison?
It's lower than.
I mean the government loan.
The government loan
is it interest rate free, or are we charging the same interest rate as Disney? Or?
So the revolver is HIBOR plus 1.25.
I know, but that one is from Disney, right? I mean the one from government.
The one from government, I believe, is HIBOR plus something higher than 1.25. I can get back to you exactly on that.
And can we assume the break-even point would be around 7 million visitors? Can we assume that? You said from historical numbers.
I think historical numbers are a good gauge, but we don't know about the market mix and how that recovers.
OK， 好，唔該。下一位容海恩議員。
唔該，主席。咁儘管係疫情期間呢，睇翻文件啦，迪士尼響2022年嘅財政年度都為香港經濟帶嚟咗7億嘅港元嘅增加值嘅，係相等於本地生產嘅總值0.03%。咁亦都係即係睇翻過往啦，其實成個業績咧，我哋都理解到個營運個問題，尤其是而家人手嗰方面。咁我亦都上網揾到啲資料啦，亦都係有啲網民亦都係同我哋反映啦。係唔係而家個請人嗰方面係有困難呢？即係響個即係過往啦，響疫情期間，當然公司係要維持翻一定嘅人工喺度，或者係一啲嘅人喺度去經營，去維持翻成個樂園嘅營運。咁我想問翻咧，而家我哋逐步係開放翻個樂園啦。想問翻而家響個人手上面係咪面對一啲難處咧？咁亦都係有啲網民咧，其實想我哋代問嘅，即係佢哋理解到而家樂園而家都希望可以係點樣提質提量將個經濟或者係帶嚟俾香港多啲啦。但係佢哋都希望個樂園嘅質素係可以提高，包括係飲食上面，佢哋會認為係太貴嘅。即係睇翻網上有啲資料咧，一隻火雞髀係160蚊港幣，但係2年前咧係98蚊港幣。比較起東京咧係60蚊港幣，即係佢哋會作出咁嘅比較，即係唔係話啲咩？大家都係飲食，一樽水係要30蚊港幣。佢哋當然去俾咗樂園嘅錢，佢哋都希望可以盡興啦。但係如果喺呢啲個價錢上面，或者喺商品上面唔夠多元化咧，呢個亦都係對比響其他嘅樂園咧，佢哋會有一個作出大嘅比較，就令到佢哋嚟到香港可能個滿意度不足喎咁樣。咁會唔會喺個質素提升，同埋點樣去利用科技去排隊買嘢食啊？因為而家多數都係要真係自己落單買嘅。喺美國佢哋有一啲嘅手機個 app 咧，一啲程式咧係可以幫佢哋落單，亦都可以快啲攞到食物。咁快啲攞到食物就可以自動可以去多啲地方咯。咁呢個2個問題啦。第3個問題咧，佢哋就話森林樹屋其實一路都關閉喎，係咪請唔到人呢？咁樣，因為呢個亦都係影響到成個樂園嘅俾人哋個感覺，對佢哋個即係個觀感上面唔好啦。因為有一啲嘅原來有一啲設施係長年都唔開，咁佢哋都想理解翻點解咁耐都唔開，同埋呢個景點第時個將來個發展係點樣？唔該，主席。
好，咁3個問題啦，請人嘅難處、產品服務同埋第3個係個森林區。
或者我請阿 Michael。
好，唔該，局長。
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, it is difficult in the job market right now. Unemployment's at 3%. The travel industry has really been, impacted negatively with COVID. We are fortunate that we are a preferred employer right now. But it's not to say it's without its difficulties in the market, as we have discussed, and we've had to put a lot of tactics in place in order to attract and retain. As it relates to our product, thank you for your advice on that. Our ambitions are to provide opportunities that are attainable for all incomes. Having products that are both good, better, and best options for all of our guests. And thank you for your advice on the mobile ordering technology. It's something that the team is working on right now, so thank you for that. As it relates to the Treehouse attraction, we've had to, with COVID, we've had to make a lot of changes, but we're happy to say that will be coming along, later this calendar year. So thank you.
好，唔該。下一位周浩鼎議員。
係唔該啊，主席。咁其實迪士尼喺過去我了解即係疫情嘅期間咧，都冇裁減人手嘅。咁我覺得呢個都對一個社會嚟講都負上咗好大一個嘅責任啦。咁我覺得都係好嘅。咁所以呢個都即係認為都覺得應該要表揚下，即係咁困難嘅環境都係大家盡量確保唔好有炒人嘅情況。我咧第二個問題，我想了解下咧，就係根據而家睇到嗰個復甦嘅情況咁強勁啦，咁當然都仲有一條漫長嘅道路要行嘅，因為我見到今日個數字咧都係講緊340萬嘅嗰個人次。咁我記得咧疫情之前咧，如果講緊疫情之前，一般講緊都係500-600萬到嘅數。我甚至乎記得咧好多年前喺立法會呢度我都講咧，即係去預期咧。如果去到某一個嘅年份嘅時候咧，應該一路咁增長，係希望去到800到900萬嘅人次嘅。咁所以我相信呢個咧都有賴樂園同政府嗰邊再繼續努力啦嚇，即係希望嗰個人數繼續去推返落去。咁請人嗰度咧，我有一個意見嘅。其實我一路都鼓勵樂園方面咧可以考慮下，都可以考慮下請喺屯門區嗰度咧係做多啲招聘。因為我哋本區咧好多屯門區嘅居民咧，而家我哋知道有條屯赤路咧，基本上去樂園係好方便，咁可能會幫助你哋比較容易揾到一啲本地嘅兼職啊，或者半職嘅工作啦，甚至乎而家好多年青人咧，佢會寧願做半職兼職嘅。咁所以如果你話屯門比較近咧，我覺得你哋可以考慮下。我都知道咧有一架巴士即係叫 R33嘅咧，可能而家唔係話開得咁密嘅，咁但係我諗都我哋都同政府嗰邊都溝通緊，睇下會唔會可以即係呢啲車咧可以好多都其實基本上係接載啲員工翻去樂園開工嘅，咁睇下會唔會可以再有機會加密一下。但係我係好希望即係樂園嗰方面都能夠考慮下咧，都喺鼓勵佢哋喺屯門都可以做多啲招聘，因為我哋好多本區嘅屯門居民咧，我相信佢哋係樂意去到嗰度翻工嘅。好，唔該。
好，局長，唔該。
我諗我哋會考慮下議員嘅意見啦。即係盡量我哋做到，即係幫到手點樣去做，我哋盡量去做。或者我睇下 Michael 有冇嘢補充嚇。
Michael, please, any comments to add?
No, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for the suggestions for recruiting in Tumun. It is a very popular place for our cast members to live, and any support on Bus 33 would be helpful to our cast. Thanks.
好，唔該。下一位李浩然議員。
好多謝主席。我哋睇到咧，其實喺區域內咧，即係呢啲大型嘅主題公園嘅即係模式咧，都越嚟越多啦。咁即係除咗有上海啦，我哋同時講咗之外，咁其實北京亦都開咗新嘅主題樂園。咁以至咧就係喺珠海、喺廣州，其實佢嘅主題樂園亦都做得越嚟越好。咁我想睇下咧，其實局方同埋園方咧有冇即係就住我哋鄰近嘅一啲競爭對手，即係越嚟越多啦，以至係即係做得越嚟越好咧，其實對我哋嗰個影響係點樣？因為其實除咗頭先所講直接競爭嘅大型樂園之外咧，其實最近喺區域內咧，亦都興起咗好多中小型嘅一啲主題樂園嘅模式。咁包括深圳亦都已經有好幾個開始係即係就嚟有啲亦都就嚟會開門營業咁樣。咁呢度其實咧都即係第一剛才嘅問題咧就係我哋點樣去評估即係呢啲嘅競爭對我哋嘅影響啦。咁其實呢裏邊咧都有個相關嘅就係其實林健鋒議員好即 即係比較早嘅時候提到咧，即係個遊客來源咧，其實都係即係對我哋去掌握呢個影響其實十分重要。呢個第一個問題。第二咧就係、即係既然我哋都即係對樂園啦嚇，即係我諗其實頭先好多同事嗰個意見都講咗，就係一啲就係即係好睇盤帳啦嚇，一啲就係覺得啊，其實佢都有對本地有促進作用嘅。咁但係無論如何咧，其實我哋即係政府抌咗咁多錢落去咧，其實可唔可以或者可以點樣去加強咧？即係樂園對於我哋本地嘅文化產業或者係一啲藝術產業嘅一啲嘅帶動作用咧，雖然而家係有嘅，但係都同一啲即係比較大型嘅即係例如金飾啊等等咧，呢方面係有啲合作啦，以至咧其實同一啲本地藝術家我見到都有，不過就好細規模嘅。咁可以點樣進一步即係有個樂園啦，已經喺度啦，亦都抌咗咁多錢落去啦，點樣利用佢能夠去即係進一步加大促進我哋本地文化產業嗰個發展呢？我兩個問題唔該。
好，局長唔該。
多謝主席。就當然喺嗰個我哋去睇喺區裏邊其他競爭嘅時候，我哋成日都要考慮，即係其他裏邊大家究竟有唔同嘅樂園嘅時候，大家嘅競爭係點啦？咁但係我相信迪士尼本身佢有佢一定嘅吸引力喺度，佢亦都有一個即係迪士尼本身嘅 IP 喺度咧，喺其他咧唔係咁易可以去完全去同佢作為一個競爭嘅。咁當然你話會唔會有啲人譬如近啲個地方去咗嗰個樂園，會減少咗去嚟香港？我唔排除有呢個可能性，但係可能更加多嘅係都會去唔同嘅樂園，大家一齊，因為佢譬如去旅行嚟到香港，佢自然都會去，即係都會被吸引咗去迪士尼嗰度去玩啦。咁亦都唔代表佢唔會去長隆啊，或者去其他地方。咁當我諗有唔同嘅樂園，有唔同嘅地方，再加埋香港其他嘅吸引嘅景點咧，我相信我哋自己本身咧係有一定嘅吸引力喺度。咁所以呢方面我哋會做。至於話點樣加強同其他文化界啊嗰啲嘅合作咧，其實我哋過去見到迪士尼都已經喺呢方面係開始緊做緊一啲嘅工作。咁當然佢都要整體平衡咧，即係喺推動嘅時候，佢亦都會考慮翻佢自己成個運作嘅需要啦。咁呢方面我哋會繼續同迪士尼一齊合作去做好呢方面嘅嘢嚇。
好，唔該。咁我補充最後一句啦，就係啱啱話啲跨文化等等，都希望你局方能夠可以都支持我哋紡織製衣嘅一啲嘅同埋啲時裝嗰邊啦，係。咁我哋今日嘅呢個議題就已經完結。咁多謝局方，多謝我哋迪士尼嘅管理層。第4項議程，規管海上醉駕同埋藥駕。立法會文件係 CB/442/2023-05 號文件。咁我哋而家邀請政府官員入會議室，有意發言嘅請按下要求發言嘅按鈕。係嗰個人手喺邊張？有冇啊？邊幾個人嚟嗰啲？係啦，我哋而家歡迎當局嘅代表出席會議啦。我哋今日有朱瑞文副秘運輸及物流局副秘書長，黃世發先生海事處副處長，温志陽先生運輸及物流局助理秘書長，黎志東先生海事處助理處長港口管理嘅。
好，主席、各位委員，大家好。咁今日咧，我同海事處嘅同事咧，其實就嚟同各位議員呢，就介紹翻就住立法規管香港水域上面嘅海上醉駕同藥駕嘅最新進展嘅。咁其實咧，喺目前嘅情況咧，現時咧香港咧係冇一個特定嘅法例啦，係規管咧香港水域裡面嘅醉駕同埋藥駕嘅。海事處其實係要靠其他嘅海事法例咧，咁樣去執法嘅。咁而由於我哋冇特定嘅法例規管啦海上嘅醉駕同埋藥駕啦，咁所以咧其實亦都冇一個法例上賦予海事處同埋警方嘅權力，就係萬一係發生咗一啲海上交通嘅事故之後咧，就要求咧涉事嘅人士咧接受強 強制嘅酒精或者藥物嘅測試嘅。咁因此咧，其實為咗提升翻個海上安全啦，咁我哋就建議咧訂立一條新嘅法例啦，咁樣咧就規管翻海上嘅醉駕同埋藥駕，並且係賦予海事處同警方嘅權力啦，就喺有需要嘅時候咧，就要求咧相關涉案嘅人士咧就進行呢個強制嘅酒精同埋藥物測試嘅。咁接住落嚟咧，我會請海事處嘅同事啦，用一個投影片嘅形式啦，去介紹翻我哋今次嘅立法建議嘅內容。咁之後咧，我哋係好樂意咧接受委員嘅提問同埋查詢嘅。咁唔該，咁有請海事處嘅同事。
好，唔該。
係多謝主席同埋多謝咁多位議員。咁就住今日嘅規管海上醉駕同埋藥駕嘅立法建議，咁我哋都先頭副秘書長都提咗，就係我哋有一個簡介片嘅。咁第一個背景呢，就我諗爭取時間我都唔會再重複㗎啦，因為先頭副秘書長都介紹咗，其實我哋而家嚟講係並冇一個法律嘅賦權係可以做海上呢個藥駕同埋測試嘅醉駕嘅工作嘅。咁就住一連串嘅工作呢，其實過往咁多年呢，我哋係一路係做緊嘢嘅。咁就係喺2019年呢，其實我哋係邀請咗香港科技大學為咗醉駕嘅呼氣檢測儀器咧係進行一個測試嘅。咁2020年呢，其實我哋亦都委聘咗醫學專家咧，為咗藥駕嗰方面呢個尿液檢測測試工具咧係進行咗測試。咁係亦都係制定咗海上現場嘅清醒度嘅測試嘅。咁去到2021年呢，其實我哋亦都係委聘咗臨床嘅毒理科專家咧，檢視有關海上醉駕同埋藥駕嘅工作流程。咁然後其實咁多年嚟，我哋都一直同律政司同埋警務處啦緊密合作啦，咁就草擬新嘅法例同埋制定嗰個執法程序嘅。咁喺海上醉駕同埋藥駕罪行嗰方面呢，就其實正如投影片所介紹啦，任何參與操作嘅船隻嘅人士，喺在航船上或者係要履行一啲嘅職務嘅人士，如果受到酒精同埋藥物嘅影響呢，喺第一就係話嘅佢就算程度未去到一個體內嗰個標準，但係佢都冇能力去妥善操作船隻或者履行指定嘅責任。咁而第二呢，就係話佢嘅體內嘅酒精呢係已經係超過咗定明嘅限度。咁而佢喺藥物嗰方面呢，亦都係喺體內呢含有任何嘅指定嘅藥物嘅時候，其實佢係已經係犯咗法㗎啦。咁我哋喺呢度想強調就係話嘅法例嘅草擬呢，係只係適用於在航嘅船隻。即係話，如果個船係喺拋錨啊、定喺度啊，或者靠喺碼頭嘅時候呢，係唔會係跌落去呢一條例嗰個執法嗰個程序嘅。咁然後，如果係任何人士，如果係冇合理嘅解釋而拒絕進行測試嘅話呢，或者係拒絕係提供一個樣本做測試嘅話，其實佢都係犯法嘅。咁適用範圍呢，就係包括香港水域內所有。如果諗翻之前嗰個投影片呢，就係在航嘅船隻，咁亦都係包括本地嘅船啦、內河船啦同埋遠洋船嘅。咁至於話嘅跌咗入去所謂叫做操作船隻嘅人士呢，其實就係講緊操控嗰條船在航時嘅情況，同埋亦都係包括香港嘅領港嘅人士、船長啦。機房嘅操作員啦，同埋履行一啲特別職責嘅人，譬如話係照顧乘客安全嘅海員，都會係跌咗落去嘅。咁醉駕嘅程序呢，就係第一，我哋係有一個呼氣嘅測試啦。咁如果係未能夠通過嘅時候呢，咁其實係會再要求佢做一個呼氣嘅分析儀嘅一個樣本嘅測試嘅，又或者係提供尿液或者係血液呢，係俾政府化驗所進行化驗。咁然後大家可以睇到啦，呢度基本上就係兩個儀器。咁左手邊嗰個就係手提式嘅呼氣儀，右手邊嗰個就係一個枱頭式嘅分析儀器嘅。咁而喺海上醉駕嗰方面呢，咁其實亦都係可以做一項或者係多項嘅測試嘅。咁第一呢，就係其實我哋有一個海上現場清醒度嘅測試。咁第二呢，就係一個快速嘅口腔液嘅測試。其實即係簡單啲就係刮一刮嗰條脷係攞一啲嘅唾液嘅。咁而第三呢，就係尿液嘅檢查嘅測試。咁而係如果係第一次未能通過嘅話呢，咁其實佢就會做第二個程序。咁第二個程序呢，就係要求嗰個 被我哋執法人員要求去提供樣本嘅人士咧，就要提供尿液或者係血液嘅樣本嘅。咁當我哋收到呢啲樣本嘅話，其實我哋都會送去政府化驗所嗰邊做化驗。咁大家同樣睇到左手邊嗰個咧，就係其實係簡單，我哋就係話嘅刮脷嗰個唾液嘅收集，而右手邊嗰個咧就係一個尿杯，我哋簡單啲講叫尿杯啦，就係尿液嘅收集嚟嘅。咁喺執法嗰一方面咧，就係我哋建議咧，就係海事處嘅2級海事督察啦。如果係警方嗰邊咧，就係警長或者係呢個職級以上嘅人員咧，都應該係有呢個權利嘅。咁第一就係話喺意外發生嘅時候，我哋或者係喺交通意外進行抽查嘅時候，要求參與操作船隻或者喺船上面履行職務嘅人咧，係進行一個酒精或者係藥物測試。咁第二咧，亦都係授權嘅人員咧係。當佢有合理由嘅懷疑某人已經係干犯罪行嘅情況之下咧，都可以逮捕嗰個人，然後將嗰個人咧係帶離開嗰條船嘅。咁另外咧，亦都係可以向船隻嘅擁有人啦、代理人啦，或者係船長咧係發出指示。咁甚至乎就係話，如果有懷疑嘅時候，其實係可以喺船上面進行調查嘅。咁罰則嗰方面咧，就基本上就係約價同醉駕係一樣嘅，罰款係由5000蚊至到5萬啦。咁或者係同埋咧就監禁6個月至到3年嘅。咁當然法庭咧就亦都可以命令取消某一個人喺船上面操作船隻或者係履行職務個資格係6個月至到5年不等嘅。咁如果佢重犯又點呢？咁重犯嘅話，如果個法庭或者裁判官認為唔適宜再繼續容許呢個人士係操作船隻，或者係喺船上面履行任何嘅職務嘅時候，其實法庭亦都可以取消嗰個人嘅終身嘅資格嘅。咁而家我哋建議嘅罰則同埋道路交通條例第374章之下陸上面嘅醉駕同埋約駕嘅罪行呢，係罰則都係類同嘅。咁業界諮詢嗰邊，其實我哋由2017年3月咧都就呢個立法嘅框架建議啦，咁就通過我哋亦都諮詢咗我哋本地船隻嘅諮詢委員會啦、港口行動事務委員會啦、領港事務委員會啦，同埋高速船嘅諮詢委員會嘅，咁委員都係支持嘅。咁海事處其實亦都會係喺今年嘅5月咧，就重新再諮詢上面我先頭提到嗰4個委員會，咁委員都係支持嗰個建議嘅。咁喺個立法時間表呢一方面，我哋就希望可以經過今日委員嘅支持之下，我哋就希望可以今年年底之前將條例草案呢就提交立法會審議嘅。咁歡迎主席同埋各位議員提問，多謝。
好，唔該。咁而家我哋睇到咧就有3位議員有提問嘅，我讀一讀先，係陳紹雄議員、周文港議員、易志明議員。咁我哋都有時間嘅，咁5分鐘。人多我到時先再 cut 啦。咁5分鐘連問連答。陳紹雄議員唔該。
好啊，多謝主席。現時本港就冇法例去監管海上醉駕同埋約駕，咁只能夠以船舶及港口管制條例下喺海上係及他人安全一般罪行進行檢控。咁呢個情況就真係並不理想。咁因此我係贊成當局係立例規管香港水域內海上醉駕同埋約駕嘅行為嘅。主席，我有3個問題。第一就喺文件第3段度，我睇到當局就早喺2015年成立咗跨部門工作小組審視香港就住海上醉駕同埋約駕嘅監管，同埋審視埋國際組織嘅規定。咁喺2019年就曾經向立法會進行諮詢，咁當時政府表示計劃喺2020至21年度嘅立法年度以條例草案形式就提交擬議嘅法例。我想詢問下局方處方嗰邊，條例草案點解到而家都仲未完成個草擬，即係提交立法會嘅原因係咩呢？咁你涉及到譬如話係道路駕車人士嘅醉駕同埋約駕嘅，即係有關法例已經用咗好多年。其實就係因為係海上嘅執法，咪涉及到不同部門，所以先就加咗呢啲咁樣嘅，就咁耐時間先搞掂啦。咁我想了解一下。第二個就係我都想了解一啲過去當局已喺香港水域內危及他人的安全嘅法例進行嘅檢控入邊，有幾多單係涉及海上醉駕同埋約駕嘅個案呢？咁主席，我話嘗試係 抄有關嘅資料咧，就暫時都未揾到。而喺2019年呢一項立法建議，當時去立法會諮詢嘅時候，應該有啲議員詢問過呢個資料嘅。如果係當局冇呢啲記錄，係點解呢？第三個問題就係喺頭先海事處都介紹咗，2023年5月啊，就住呢個最新嘅立法建議，就曾經諮詢本地船隻諮詢委員會、港口行動事務委員會、領港事務諮詢委員會同埋高速船諮詢委員會。嗱，我注意到文件個寫法咧，佢就第12段，佢話顯示各個委員會大致支持建議。主席，我想了解下大致支持嘅意思係咩原因咧？係咩意思咧？就係唔係呢啲委員會仍然有一啲顧慮或者啲咩保留？有關嘅內容係乜嘢？當局係如何處理呢？唔該，主席。
係，唔該，政府。
主席，或者好多謝陳議員嘅3個提問啦，或者我先答頭嗰2個，咁到最後諮詢嗰度呢，我請海事處嘅副處長補充啦。咁首先就係嗰個立法時間嘅問題，我哋都明白呢係要盡快呢去做呢個立法嘅工作。咁其實呢，我哋政府內部呢就住條例嘅草擬呢，其實都已經完成咗。咁我哋今日諮詢完呢委員會之後，如果委員會同意呢，咁其實我哋應該係會盡快呢將條例交上立法會嘅。咁其實呢，因為呢其實係一個全新嘅條例啦。咁所以其實喺19年呢，我哋嚟個諮詢委員會委員同意我哋嘅方向之後呢，其實我哋好似頭先副處長嘅投影片都講啦。咁其實我哋已經呢就會新嘅條例，我哋會同律政司啦、警方啦，就住個執法嘅安排會進行呢個溝通啦，去釐清咗嗰個安排嘅情況啦。咁另外其實呢，因為呢海上面測試醉駕同藥駕嘅儀器呢，咁雖然我哋係用翻陸路嗰度，咁但係因為海上呢其實係飄下噶嘛，咁所以其實呢，我哋都要委託翻相關嘅專家呢，確保嗰個進行測試，確保個儀器呢喺海上面嘅時候呢個準確度都係一樣嘅。咁呢個係第一個部分嘅答案啦。第二個就係嗰啲海上醉駕同藥駕嘅數字係啦。咁其實呢，就真係呢，因為而家其實我哋係冇一個法例呢去規管醉駕同藥駕㗎。咁所以呢，的確我哋係冇一個執法上嘅數字嘅。咁其實海事處呢就有關危及他人安全嘅海上執法嘅數字。咁但係由於其實當中呢亦都冇一個細分就話咩係醉駕同藥駕。咁所以其實我哋而家目前呢的確呢冇呢一個數字嘅。咁就住本地諮詢嗰度呢，咁我請副處長補充啦。
係多謝陳議員，亦都主席。咁就住嗰個諮詢嗰度呢，其實就唔係委員裡面委員會嗰4個諮詢委員會裡面有委員反對，而係佢哋係想澄清一啲嘅細節。我舉個例子，有一個就係話嘅，因為我哋而家係跟道路交通條例嗰個標準嘅，我講嘅係醉駕，咁就係喺100毫升嘅呼氣裡面呢，就唔應該係超過有22個微克嘅嗰個酒精嘅。咁但係喺國際海事標準嗰度呢，即係國際海事組織嘅標準呢，係25個微克嘅。咁啊變咗，其實當時係有委員就係問話嘅咁遠洋船嚟到香港，咁佢應該係跟邊個標準啊？點解係你哋同國際海事標準係唔一致㗎？咁其實呢個就唔係一個問題嚟嘅，因為根據國際海事組織嗰個標準呢，其實自己嘅其他國家都係嘅，你嘅港口係可以訂立自己嘅要求，你係可以比佢再嚴謹嘅。咁所以其實就唔係話嘅嗰4個諮詢委員會係有委員反對，而係佢哋想澄清一啲嘅細節嘅啫。咁多謝主席。
主席，我想好快跟進我第一個問題就係其實4年嘅時間去到今天都仲係即係草擬徵詢我哋意見呢，其實就喺呢個過程之中係咪你真係遇到啲咩困難？譬如頭先所講，純粹係個測試個工具同埋測試嘅方法啦，定係話即係喺有好多即係成個過程之中推進係有一啲即係想像唔到嘅困難，譬如包括埋係咪唔想即係未成熟咗立法會又會有好多即係疑問啊咁。其實我想一個好重要嘅信息就係話盡快要立法呢個大家都有共識嚟嘅，就只不過你個立法入邊嘅細節盡早即係出台之後，等我哋可以幫你一齊去審視睇下相關嘅法例點樣寫得好。咁因為一般即係市民大眾嘅諗法就係話，其實你而家道路嘅有關嘅醉駕、藥駕嗰啲，其實行咗好多年㗎啦。咁點解就應用喺海上會即係出現咗呢啲咁嘅問題咧？咁而且喺外國即係可以具我哋參考嗰啲，咁佢有好多法例法規或者係測試嘅方法。我覺得香港唔應該係即係重新開始去做呢樣嘢，應該係有好多可具參考性嘅。
好，秘書長。
好多謝陳議員嘅咁其實好似頭先咁講啦，其實我哋咧內部條例嘅草擬嘅工作咧，其實都已經係完成嘅啦。咁我哋其實所有嘢咧，其實都無論係測試啦、各方面啦，其實我哋都已經處理咗嘅。咁之後咧，今次委員會同意咧，咁其實我哋下一步就會將條法案咧提交立法會，就俾各位議員審議啦。咁到時都好歡迎咧，議員就我哋條例草案裡面咧就提出意見嘅，係啦。
好，唔該。都12點半啦，咁所以我就喺呢度畫咗線先，唔好再加個議員嘅提問啦。咁下一位係周文港議員，唔該。
多謝主席。其實咧，我係支持當局就住呢個規管海上醉駕藥駕係立法嘅。咁但係我睇到咧，佢就個擬議法例咧，只係適用於在航嘅船隻，唔包括呢個錨泊、繫岸同埋擱淺嘅船隻。咁但係咧，一般咧嗰啲譬如話遊艇啦咁樣嚇。咁佢如果發生意外撞埋咗佢咁停低嘅啦，其實咁呢度會唔會因為你唔包括頭先所講嘅3個情況而冇辦法去查佢呢？呢個係第一個問題。第二樣嘢呢，就會唔會未來喺嗰個抽查一啲嘅海上船隻嗰方面呢？因為有啲呢好明顯呢，可能飲醉咗揸到好似舞龍一樣，咁你冇理由唔去截停佢查佢噶嘛咁樣。咁尤其是特別喺夏天咧，呢啲香港嘅遊艇出沒比較頻繁嘅海域咧，可唔可以增加啲嘅抽查次數？主要係咁啊，唔該主席。
係，局方。
係。多謝主席。咁其實回應翻議員先頭嗰個問題，咁第一啦，或者我倒轉由尾嗰度答起先啦。咁其實喺我哋嘅巡查嚟講咧，我哋除咗佢話嘅係干犯咗一啲嘅海上交通條例啦，或者係佢直情係違反咗一啲嘅避碰條例啦，咁其實我哋都會係抽樣調查嘅。咁如果譬如話喺我哋嘅巡查嗰陣時候，我哋見到有船，即係等於一個人飲醉咗走行路，佢係之字形嘅，都行唔到直線嘅。咁其實我哋係會去截佢嘅，我哋都會上船調查嘅。咁另外喺個調查嗰方面，其實唔係淨係我哋海事處嘅，因為好多時我哋都會同埋警方咧都會做一啲嘅聯合嘅行動。咁其實警方嗰邊佢自己都有佢自己嘅巡查嘅，所以喺呢一方面咧，就對於一啲喐緊嘅船，其實我哋係會做到我哋應該係要做嘅工作。咁至於你話嘅如果今日有一條船停泊咗喺度，其實咧船上面啲人咧都飲到即係講句唔好聽，醉呼呼或者係已經係服咗藥。咁然後有另外一條船行緊撞咗埋去嘅話，咁嗱首先喺呢一條條例嚟講，我哋嘅草擬咧就係話船上面嘅人，如果佢係飲醉咗，係我哋係唔會對佢做任何嘅嘢嘅，因為我哋都講咗係佢唔係在行。但係嗰個嚟講，我哋喺海事處嘅執法，甚至乎再嚴重嘅話，其實警方都會介入嘅。咁嗰個我哋係屬於一個交通事故嘅調查。咁調查之後，其實又會翻去先頭提到嗰樣嘢，佢可能都會干犯到一啲危及他人安全嘅罪行嘅。咁呢個就會變咗係會個別去處理咯。係，多謝主席。
好，唔該。下一位易志明議員。開咪。
呢個所謂海上嘅醉駕或者藥駕咧，你哋嗰個檢測嘅標準係咪同陸上嗰個嘅標準一樣咧？即係個酒精含度啊咁樣。第二樣咧，頭先你都解釋咗話海上執法嘅，海上執法好難噶嘛。陸上執法睇佢揸車有冇擺嚟擺去就好易睇啊，喺條馬路嗰度。但海上離遠睇，除非你喺尾跟住佢啫。如果唔係嘅話，你點樣睇到佢擺嚟擺去咧？咁啊有相當嘅難度啊嚇。咁咧就當然你頭先都講咗啦，除咗海事處，當水警都會幫手去執法啦。咁但係你頭先提到咧巡查，我想問下咧咩叫巡查？嗱頭先你講咗啦，如果有意外發生，咁你就去上船去檢查，咁就梗係 check 下佢哋有冇飲酒啦，咁樣諸如此類。咁但係其實呢個都唔係我哋最關注，反為就係喺啲熱天啊，譬如西貢啊嗰啲好多啲遊艇喺度出入嘅地方啊。咁啲人飲咗啲西少酒啦，未必飲醉㗎，咁啊落去揸快艇啊，拉下人去滑水啊咁，嗰個先係最危險嘅地方啊！咁嗰啲你哋巡查咪即係你哋會耐唔需要嗰度一檢抽查咧咁啊？即係咁啊就另外咧就係當然頭先我提到啦，呢個範圍咧喺呢啲嘅遊艇出沒嘅地方，好多人聚集喺度玩快艇咧，先至係往往咧市民受傷嘅地方嚟嘅。呢啲有咩方法可以去防止或者係減少咧咁？ 咁頭先你都提到咧，海上清醒度測試，我唔係好理解點樣可以做海上清醒度測試。嗱，陸上好簡單咧，企喺度行到直線咧，睇下你有冇左搖右擺啦咁。但係海上點做嘅咧？佢搖下搖下喺個海嗰度。
好，我諗海事處。
好啊，係多謝主席，多謝阿易議員嘅提問。咁第一咧就係我哋同陸上嗰個罰則或者嗰個標準咧係一樣嘅，即係我哋同陸上嗰個標準係約價同埋醉駕都係一樣嘅。咁第二咧就係講緊搖擺嗰樣嘢。咁其實有我哋通常如果啲船係亂咁揸，或者佢係違反咗嗰個交通條例嗰個因為海上有海上自己交通條例嘅，簡單啲講，我哋叫避碰條例。佢係如果係唔跟住個避碰條例揸，其實我哋係睇到，我哋會知道。咁當然亦都回應翻阿易議員嗰個講法，就係話其實我哋唔係要等到有事故發生，然後我哋或者睇到有啲船嗰個運作係有啲怪，我哋至去截佢嘅。其實我哋都會做抽樣調查嘅。咁另外再講就係話，除咗我哋自己海事處嘅船隊啦，咁其實警方嘅船隊都係會幫我哋一齊去執法嘅。咁至於清醒度嗰度咧，就或者我會交我助理處長嗰度啦，因為其實海上面咧，議員係講得啱嘅。海上面有陣時候會係風平浪靜，但係有陣時候亦都會係有我哋叫有湧啦、有浪啦，船係未必係可以好穩定咁樣停喺度。咁呢一度或者我想交我助理處長阿黎生答一答易議員呢個提問啦。
好啊，多謝阿易議員嘅提問。至於個海上清醒度測試咧，其實就根據陸上而家用緊嗰個譬如行直線啊、單腳跳啊，佢 modify 出嚟嘅，咁亦都係參考咗即係路上呢個測試啦，亦都參考咗外國一啲執法機構嘅測試，而到揾呢個醫學專家咧嚟到寫出嚟嘅程式嘅。其實佢都係經過問一啲問題啦，睇下佢清唔清醒啦，識唔識得答啦，同埋一啲身體嘅協調啦，譬如手掌拍啊，或者拳頭交互去一個答一個啊咁樣，咁令到我哋係去評核究竟呢個人士係咪會受到酒精嘅影響咯？咁呢個都係一個初步嘅測試嚟嘅。
明白。可唔可以講一講點樣防止嗰啲即係熱天玩快艇所產生嗰啲嘅意外滑水啊嗰啲咧，會車親人啊咁？有咩方法啊？因為呢年都有呢啲咁嘅 case 出現㗎嘛。
其實玩快艇或者係先頭阿議員提嗰樣嘢，即係話比較一啲高速嘅動作。咁當然啦，第一樣嘢我哋其實都會睇，就係話佢其實係咪已經所謂叫做超速，或者佢係一啲嘅所謂叫做速度限制區裡面咧，佢係唔合適去處理或者係進行呢一類嘅活動。咁第三就係話嘅，如果當佢嘅動作係牽涉到危害，唔係淨係講緊佢自己，而係附近嘅交通嘅海面其他使用者都會製造咗一個危險嘅時候，其實我哋都會係制止佢嘅。咁當然，當我哋制止佢，如果站喺而家我哋建議嘅呢條例嘅情況之下，其實我哋係有權要求佢做一個約價或者係醉駕嘅測試嘅。係，多謝啊，主席。
好，仲有冇補充？
冇啦，主席。我支持呢個修例嘅。
好，咁多謝所有個委員今日嘅提問啦。咁亦都多謝政府各方面。咁請問請諮問我哋委員詢問委員係咪有否不反對政府當局將上述嘅立法建議提交立法會？唔反對啦，即係支持。好，唔該。好，咁我哋呢一個議題都完結啦。咁最後其他事項。如果冇其他事項呢，咁就宣布今日會議結束。多謝各位，多謝大家。